Hello, everybody. I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 24th of February 2024. Now, before I get into it, let me apologize yesterday for being irate, for being overly emotional about that entire video that I did on Usain Bolt, Mavado, and the attorney at law, Michael Lorne, who is being brought to the Privy Council. In situations like this, it will bring out emotions or extreme emotions because of the fact that we're speaking on the poor, we're speaking on people who are vulnerable, we're speaking on people who are also not necessarily poor, but ignorant to the Constitution and the laws that govern Jamaica. And because of such, a lot of persons have injected themselves into law or becoming an attorney, a practicing attorney at law, and they have used loopholes in the law to swindle money from people, and they have never have to be worried, or they have never have to worry, about the consequences. They just sail off into the sunset. They have their working visas, they can go here, they can go there, they can buy properties, they have the perks because they have connections, they can network to get things done for them, and you have to just live with the consequences of losing your property, not having your money, not getting all of it, not having your money, not having it on time, and that's just it. This is what Usain Bolt have to be living with. This is what Mavado have to be living with. This is what so many persons who aren't even on their pedestal have to live with. This is what so many persons out there who have hired the services of attorney at law to represent them have to live with. And because of such, I come off irate about it. I come off overly emotional, and I do apologize for it. But the truth has to be told. You understand? So I do apologize for how I behaved in the video. But moving on to something else, I am just not really happy today because I did two videos and I had to redo them, and this is one of them from yesterday. I spent the entire time yesterday doing these videos, and I had to do it over because I said some things in them that were of error, and it can't be edited. It can't be edited, so I just have to do it over. Now, I'm looking at the dancehall artists. I'm looking at dancehall artists across Jamaica. And I'm looking at their career and what happens to them when they get signed to these major labels. And I'm wondering what the hell is happening. We have seen throughout the years, we have seen where Jada Kingdom was signed to Republic Records. And after being signed to Republic Records, she didn't make a hit. She didn't have a hit song. Nothing was happening for her. Yes, she put out songs. We don't deny that. But none of them were hit songs. And we were wondering what is happening with her. What is happening with her career. We have seen wherein Skillibeng, who is signed to RCA Record. And after being signed to RCA Record, we haven't heard much from Skillibeng. We haven't seen any moves. There isn't a hit song from him. And we're wondering what is happening with these artists. You understand? Of lately, we have Masicka, who is signed to Def Jam, and Masicka have put out a project, The Generation of Kings, and I like the album. You understand me? A lot of featured artists are on it and stuff like that. However, the album is not doing much better than 438 project, of which he put out, and he wasn't signed. And I'm wondering what is happening because when he put out 438, he wasn't a signed artist, yet the album was well received. It gained traction. People like it, you understand me? And it was actually doing better than the signed album of Generation of Kings. Now, I was seeing a little bit of a snippet of an interview that Masicka did, and it was posted by Malidan TV. So big up to Malidan TV. And Masicka was speaking basically about being signed, and he was saying that when you're signed, you have to prove to them that you can do it for them to come on board. It's like you're showing them that you can make things happen. You can get things selling, you can get your name trending, you can get promotion, you can get all of the good stuff before they make a decision in order to assist you. We also see wherein Shenseea is signed. I think it's to RCA Records, I think. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's RCA Records that Shenseea is signed to. And she didn't have a hit song. She put out songs, yes. She was making names. She did songs with Kanye West. She worked with so many persons out there there, but we haven't seen a hit song. There wasn't a hit song. Her name was bubbling because she would kept popping up on Shade Room, cooking, doing her bikini, or showing her beautiful body and all of this good stuff. But at the end of the day, there wasn't a hit song that came out, and people tend to wonder what is happening with these artists when they get signed. Why is it that there isn't a hit song that's coming out from them? Now, back to the interview that Masicka did. He made some good points, but what he's describing seem more as if the artists are somewhat of a liability rather than them being asset. And it's like a pitiful signing that you are getting, because over the years, so many persons have been coming out in the dancehall space, speaking on major labels, not working with dancehall artists. They aren't interested. And I guess many labels caught wind of it and decide that, okay, I'm going to sign these artists. But upon signing these artists, these are the terms and conditions. We are only going to do so much and no more for you, which is really nothing. So when these artists get signed, there's just a big, noise being made in the media and in the spotlight about them. This artist got signed to RCA, they got signed to Republic, they got signed to this, they got signed to Def Jam, signed to that. But that's the most that they're getting. We are not hearing a hit song. We are not hearing anything coming out. They're just trending on social media, or if they put out a song, it trends, and that's it. You understand? And people are wondering what's happening. You understand? Because we want to see the artists do well. We want to know that they have hits after hits. We want to know that they cross over. Back to the Generation of Kings. I think that Fight For Us was going to be the crossover song for Masicka, because I say that it has commercial value. I like it. It has this up-tempo to it. And, a part of it has English in it so people can understand. So I thought that that would have a global impact. And it could be used in commercial. And I like the song. And so I just thought that would be the crossover song. Is it too late? I don't think so, because someone can catch it and use it, whether it be in a movie, soundtrack for a movie, or, commercial, or whatever the case may be, or a short film. And that would be great for him. We want the best for the artists, but we have to wonder what are the fine details when they get signed. It's almost like they're getting signed out of pity. You understand? And, I don't like the entire atmosphere that centers around it. We've seen wherein TJ is also signed, and after doing that big song Drift, and TJ, when he was putting out his, I must big him up. I must big up TJ. I must commend him, because he did what he thought he could have done, which is best for him, in order to promote his EP, and it worked. It worked to an extent. I thought that he could have done way more. There are so many persons on the international scene who is out there. He has all this money. He could have used one of them, people who have connections in entertainment, and asked them to do a snippet, or pay them to do a snippet promoting his album and speaking on the song that they like on it. And I thought that would have worked for TJ, rather than catering to a local base wherein there's a clash. He also went live, and in his live, I wanted him to speak more on his album and stuff like that, rather than clashing and cussing and all these kind of things. Yes, there was a part of it where he spoke encouraging people to purchase his EP. Not only that, showing them steps so they can make digital purchases and stuff like that. So kudos to TJ for using whatever marketing tool he thought was best. You understand? But I hope to hear more songs. I know he put out songs with Tommy Lee and all of that, and Making Wave and Dip. But I'm looking forward to hear, a song coming out that big, or even bigger than Drift. And so, sometimes you have to allow it to happen organically. You can't necessarily push it all day, every day. But it's good if you have the resource and you use it and say, okay, that's an investment for me, and I'm going to push the envelope with this project and make certain that the song becomes a hit. Sometimes you can take that step. Or you can sit back and allow things to flow organically, as I said before. But that's also a gamble in any event. But, it happens. It's just like me uploading videos. There are times when the video that I think is not going to, it's the one that gained the most traction. And the one that I actually think is going to gain traction really doesn't. And so I just allow things to flow organically. You understand? And I think that's the same thing that happens with artists. But when it comes to being signed to labels, I think they're signing the artists out of pity rather than signing them as a major investment. And it's a sad situation. We've also heard the story of V6 with Malidon. Malidon, that's a dancehall artist, Malidon this time, not the vlogger. With dancehall artist Malidon, and he said that based on what was happening or the terms, it made no sense for him to be signed. And, that's a very smart move. He's putting out songs just the same. And not all the time I like the content of it, but it works for him. And so, he just need to continue doing what he's doing until one becomes a major hit for him. There's also Alkaline in the mix. Alkaline, I'm sure he has been approached. I'm sure labels have approached him. But, he has his sister who is a big engine behind him. And, she's a critical thinker. And she's going to weigh the balance and see what makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, then they will continue to put out their own project. He's unsigned. He's doing well. He's signed to, I think, Givenchy Modeling Agency. So he has, a few photos, out of his working with them. And he has his song. He's coming out. He came out 2024 with a bang, and he's putting out songs after songs, and people like it. It's well received, and so it's working for him. You see, it pays to be unsigned also, because if you're being signed, and if we see a group of artists being signed and nothing much is working out for them, it's like it's like the label is stipulating what they should do, when they should do it, how they should do it, where they should do it, who they should work with, who they should not work with. Then it makes sense you just continue doing things by yourself and hope that it goes far, or another label will give you the opportunity and allow you to excel the way how you want to. You understand? So I think what Alkaline is doing is actually working for him. You understand? And also, I think that another thing that I want to speak on, for those who are complaining about dancehall artists and the songs that they're singing, these vulgar songs, these oral sex, this, and it's not, it's not tasteful, it's leaving a bad taste in people's mouth, and they don't like it and all of that. There are artists out there that have been putting out great project. There's Nesbeth. Nesbeth has a really nice song out. I like the video. I like the concept of it. It's really good. We have Kabaka Pyramid also, who have put out a nice love song. I like the video. Lying on the grass with the female. It's a great love song. Ladies and gentlemen, so you can go and watch the video, you can listen to the song, you can stream it. And there's also, I think Protege has put out a song, and I like the song that Protege put out. And his videos always seemingly have some esoteric meaning to it, and so you can go and watch the videos. I'm not going to speak on the name of the songs, guys. I'm just encouraging you to go and watch these guys, because they're putting out positive project. Being as you sit and you're complaining that the dancehall artists are putting out vulgar songs that you don't like, they are actually artists who are putting out positive work. So you can balance it. The same way you complain about one, you can speak on the great songs that are being put out, or the great projects that are being put out by these artists, and you can support them just the same. You understand? And so I like the project of these artists. So you see, and there's also Denique. I forgot to speak about Denique. Denique is out there and she's doing her thing. She has a wave, a comeback after her baby and stuff like that. And she has been putting out some nice songs. I like the videos. They're a little sexy. She has that approachable type of sexy, that attractive, that desirable type of sexy. And it's very sultry rather than the daring, the overly sexual. She has that kind of calm, that peaceful, that, precious type of sexy that people like. You understand? And I think, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She has a beautiful face. I like her body. I like her voice. She can sing. And I think that Denique will go places. I mean, she's a working project, but she's also a beautiful working project. And I support her. And so that's the most I have to say about today. Like I said, this is a topic that a video that I did before and I had to edit it. And so that's the most I have to say about today. Thank you so much for your time, and enjoy your day, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.